What's up, everyone? Back here with another video on my channel, Jake Snipes. Today is Monday. I hope everyone's having a great start to their work week. We got the Spurs and Thunder tonight, man. I can't wait for this series. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be historical, and I can't wait. Um, Yesterday for our picks, I'm gonna go ahead and get right into our recap. We went 2-2, and we chose all four Pistons players, and they ended up just not showing up today. How we even got the two to hit is beyond me. Duncan Robinson, he's one of the few Pistons that actually showed up. He did his part. His over hit on 11 and a half rebounds, points, and assists. What was the one? Paul Reed, he didn't get it. He only got like 4 points, I think it was. Cade Cunningham shot like 0 for 7 from the three. I mean, it's easy to give him the blame because he's the best player, but he did all that he could. He just needs more help. And he had an excellent series, a playoff run. Actually, the way he was shooting was unbelievable until yesterday in Game 7. And what was the other one? Oh, Sir Thompson. He got exactly 7 rebounds, which is exactly what we needed. So 2-2. Like I said, just the Pistons just didn't show up, and that game was a blowout. I'm not expecting that today. I think these two teams are going to battle out. I think it's going to be defensive, low scoring. I got 4 picks that I really love for it, and I'm gonna need some type of analysis and breakdown for why I chose what I picked a little bit deeper than what I normally go into. But I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it. Dylan Harper, we took this pick last time. Over 3.5 rebounds. Now he's averaging between 6 or 7 a game. And until they adjust this line, we're gonna keep running this because why not? He's getting it easily. I forgot what game this was. Game 5. He had 5. The game before that, he had 10 where he had a double-double, 7, 4, 7. So, and I doubt De'Aaron Fox is going to sit out. He is listed questionable, but there's no way he's going to miss this game. But even if he is playing, I think this 3.5 line is just way too low. Dylan Harper has, as soon as the playoffs started, he just made some type of jump, and he's going to look like he's going to be legit, and the Spurs are just going to have a big 3 on their hands for about a decade or so between him, Castle, and Wemby. So they're going to be a problem, and this is going to be our first pick. Speaking of Stephon Castle, we're going to take his points over 14.5, where he's averaging 20 in the last 5 games. In Game 6, yeah, they played 6 games, right? Game 6, he just could not miss. Let me verify that because 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they did play 6. Game 6 against Minnesota, he just could not miss. He was hitting everything. He ended up with 32 points. And this is all with like Jaden McDaniels and Ayo Dosunmu. Like he's doing this against great players. 55% from the field, 44% from the 3. And this was crucial because with Wemby, with everybody focused in on Wemby, especially when he's in the post, the perimeter is going to be open. And a lot of his questions were, can he develop a consistent jump shot when he got drafted? And shooting 44% from the 3, I mean, that's elite. You're going to take that every time. He hit 5 out of 7 last game where he had the 32 points. Not a high volume shooter. I mean, a couple games he only had 1. This one he had 3, but 14.5 just seems way too low. He's gonna need to be on the court a lot. He's gonna play more than 31 minutes this game because the series is gonna be out closer, and they're gonna need his defense on Shea because I guarantee you that's who he's gonna be guarding. So 14.5 just seems low. So this is gonna be our second pick. Our third pick, AJ Mitchell, under 16.5. So how am I gonna discuss this? So the way the Lakers were guarding Shea, picking him up at half court, Marcus Smart picking him up full court, a second defender coming at half court, getting the ball out of Shea's hands, make somebody else make plays for him. And now that did do good for Shea because Shea didn't really have a good game until the closeout game, Game 4. So which led to AJ Mitchell being the better player that series. He went crazy. This is the head-to-head. But if you looked in the last 5 games against 4 games against LA and closeout game against Phoenix, 28, 24, 20, 18. AJ Mitchell had a better series than SGA, and I don't think people know that unless you actually watch the games and watch it analytically. But Jalen Williams is back. So AJ Mitchell is going to slide to the bench now, and there's no minutes restriction for him reported that I've seen. So for him to get 16 and a half against the Spurs, I just don't see it. This is the last 4 games against the Spurs. 11 points. This was back in January. 9 points. This was back in December, and then this is 2024. 3 points, 12 points. So we're not worried about those because he had a very limited role. Yeah. So 11 points, 9 points. He's gonna play less because Jalen Williams is gonna be back. He's going to the bench, and I just don't think he's gonna get this against the Spurs. They're ranked 8th in points allowed, middle of the pack in assists allowed. Let's see what they are for point guards. So points allowed, they're 27th, which is well, he's a shooting guard though, but he does handle a lot of the point. But I'm taking his unders just because he's gonna be playing a lot less. And now they're playing the Spurs. They're not playing the Lakers, who have no perimeter defense. Okay, so if this last 5 games kind of scare you, you don't have to use this pick. But I'm using this head-to-head data and the fact that Jalen Williams is back. I'm using that as taking his unders. If he proves me wrong, he proves me wrong. I just don't see it happening. And that's going to be my 3rd pick. Before I share my pick with you guys, I want to remind everybody to sign up for Better using my promo code SNIPES. Using my promo code will give you 2 no-sweat entries up to $200 in bonus cash. So up to $100 per entry will give you 2 free swings at it. Either you win or you get all your money back. You don't lose in this situation. Take advantage of the offer. There's a bunch of free picks in there. There's profit boosts. There's multipliers. A lot going on in the Better app. I'll have the link down below in the description. Sign up for Better using my promo code SNIPES, and good luck. With my last pick, I'm going to take SGA under 41.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Now, like I said, the way that the Lakers were guarding Shea led him to not having a great series until Game 4. If you see here, he had 23 points, 22-18, well below his scoring average, but he did shoot the ball well. It's just the opportunities weren't there for him until Game 4. You know, the Lakers were kind of mentally checked out. This was just the nail in the coffin game. So I think the Spurs have what it takes to guard him one-on-one. Stephon Castle, you know, Shea's still going to get his if they guard him one-on-one. But Stephon Castle is going to make it hard on him. You know, he's one of the better perimeter defenders in the league. But I could see them from periodically doing what the Lakers did, trapping the ball at half court and getting the ball out of his hands. And a lot of SGA's game is mid-range pull-up. And Wemby, he could guard the paint and the mid-range pull-up. Now that could lead to like offensive rebounds for Chet or Isaiah Hartenstein, or just getting Wemby out of position with a quick pump fake and then kick out to the 3. We'll see how they guard, especially if he's on Holmgren. Holmgren could just spot up in the corner. SGA guards, Wemby kicks in, kick it out to Holmgren. So which is going to leave Holmgren playing a lot of the 5. Isaiah Hartenstein, honestly, probably going to have a more limited role because when Hartenstein was out there during the regular season, that's when the Spurs would roll the Thunder. When Hartenstein was in. And then vice versa, when Wemby wasn't in the game and Cornette was, that's when the Thunder would roll the Spurs. So it's going to be an interesting chess match. But I think this is a lot to ask for SGA and what I think is going to be a low-scoring game. We'll see, though, because they have been rested. Spurs had a longer series. I don't think the Thunder are going to be rusty. They haven't been sitting that long. And he is coming off a great game at 35 points. But I think this is going to be an under. Like I said, don't use this pick if you don't want to. Here's the head-to-head. 3 out of 7, the under is hit, where he's averaging 38.7, which is a little lower than 41. But obviously, he had 34 points here, 33 points here, 31. But the Spurs did dominate the Thunder in the regular season. I don't think that's going to be the case here. I still think the Spurs are going to win, but it's not going to be just. Let's see some of these scores. Okay, so that was a blowout, but I think that was the one where Wemby didn't play. 117. I remember that Christmas Day game, 117-102, 130-10. I don't think we're going to expect these type of scores. Not only scoring 130, but that much of a blowout. I think all these games are going to be close. But yeah, I'm excited. I know I'm rambling a little bit. But yeah, this is a series that we've all been waiting for. and I hope it's a good close one. But in that, I hope everyone has a good start to their work week. Knicks and Cavs are starting tomorrow, so we'll have a video for that tomorrow. But in that, let's have a good work week, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.